Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Wise. Today we are at the next topic and we are going to do a game study. We are going to look how to build a kingside attack. I have done various lessons on that, but incidentally I got to play a game couple of days back and where we see how I got to face the Owen's defense and we will see how the attack developed. Basically it's not about the opening but how to take or how to transfer the pieces to the king side, how to attack the castled position, what are the factors that we should have in mind. Let's get to the game quickly. e4, b6, d4, bb7, knight c3, e6, bd3. White controls the center nicely. Black puts pressure on the e4 pawn indirectly. One bishop eyes the e4 pawn, other tries to pin the knight. Black has allowed white to get the center and has given him free hand. So white goes nf3. Here theory suggests nf6 bg5, which I have covered in one of the Hindi lessons there. Black went bishop takes c3. First mistake of the game. There was no need to take the knight because it was already pinned. Black should have developed nf6. B takes c3. And again after nf6 he thought bg5 is annoying, but it happens to be the main way of play. Because after bg5 h6 white has either to surrender the bishop or he has to play bishop h4 allowing g5. Black played h6. Another bad move, trying to stop bishop g5, but on his own he is moving the pawn on the king side. This will help white in building the attack. Very important moment of the game, one would castle instantly. Castling is not bad, but white plays queen e2. An useful move. Anyway, black will play nf6. So the queen is preparing to support e4. And as we will see, this queen has some other ideas in mind. Black goes nf6, castle. The early move q e2 discourages d5. Here black has to either play d6 and d7 or try to play the move d5 instantly. d5 can allow two kinds of play to white. One is after ed and d5 we can try to build with c4, bb2, attack on the black king. The black king well has not castled yet, but still white's bishop pair in the open position will mean a lot. Here on the other hand, black instantly made a mistake. He castled. Now we will see what are the factors and how to attack the king side. Generally what happens, the pawns in front of the castled king, they should be intact. One should not move the pawns. And usually the attacker's idea is to first force movement of one pawn and then force the movement of second pawn. As soon as two pawns move, many squares become weak. Like for instance here, h6 has been played. So the square g6, sometimes the entire diagonal, here like d3, h7 becomes weak. White's queen e2 had this specific idea in mind. So white wants to play e5 and wherever knight goes, knight e8 or knight h7, the queen wants to come to e4. The main point here is, especially if nd5, the queen will go to e4. Let's say if white plays e4, knight e8, this move is actually almost necessary. But now what happens? We have allowed the weakening of this diagonal and this queen might transfer to g4 or the h5 squares when bh6 would be inevitable. Many a times such attacks become very dangerous. Let's say white wants to play knight g5. Just to give you the idea, if h takes g5, then queen h5. The attack builds very strongly. Here there is a knight on e8, so maybe he can easily consider g6. When after bg6, hg, queen g6, knight g7, the position still holds for black. But nevertheless, weakness is made. So white can go with the move nd2, and now if queen comes to g5, then knight e4. See the dangerous way the white's attack has unfolded. Now if bishop e4, then queen e4, plus we see g5 is attacked. Queen e4 threatens mate and queen attacks a8. We could of course take bg5. And here after move like qg6, then nf6 check. We see the attack building up on its own because white's pieces are aiming towards the king side. So we see the first objective of pushing one of the pawn. Here black gave it up on his own. He moved his pawn on his own. That made white's task very easy. Let's go to the main game. Here white played e5, and after nd5, see if this pawn would be on h7, then white would have still perhaps gone queen e4. And after the move h6, see there is direct mate. So we are forcing the move g6. And now after bishop g5, we see queen coming to h4, bishop f6, and almost similar mating attack which happened in the game. Here also we want the second pawn to move. Just for example, I would like to show you, if queen moves away, let's say c8, then queen h4, if any move like knight c3, we see the attack building up very strongly. See, bishop f6, now queen h6, qg7 mates. We have forced the second pawn to move by h5, and now white has very strong knight g5. See how the attack has been built. Now the threat is g4, and if any other move, let's say like knight d5, then comes queen h5. Looks like a position from some master game, but see how the attack has been built. The idea is very simple, yet many people fail to grasp it. We want the second pawn to move, and automatically combinations or the mating patterns which happen in the books happen in our games as well. Now see, after knight takes f6, just queen h6, and this knight has to move when ef queen h7 mates. Knight cannot move right now, queen h7 mates, the position has collapsed. Of course, you must have understood gh allows bh7 checkmate. So here in the game, white's play became even easier because black has moved the pawn on his own. So came queen e2. Now if f5, then e takes f6. Knight cannot take because b7 hangs. Rook f6, then just queen check, king f8. Amongst many moves here, I like knight e5. See, knight g5 is also very strong because hg, trying to use the same idea, queen h8, ke7, qg7, rook f7, then bg5. Although the simplest is queen h8 check, ke7, qg7, rook f7, qh6. This is the easiest line, I would say. bg5, ng5, bg6, multiple threats exist. Black played g6. Now comes bishop takes h6, rook e8, queen g4. It's almost winning now. Threat is bg6, fg, qg6. So ne7 forced, and once the second pawn has moved, we see white's attack flowing on its own. Bishop g5. Idea is simple. Now the square f6 is weak and the h file is also weakened. So bishop is heading to f6. Black takes bishop f3. Queen takes f3. Knight c6. Bishop f6. It's almost game over. There is no defense to the threat of qh3. Black played qc8, qh3. He could have well resigned after knight f5, queen h8, checkmates. Well, we can say that black's play was not best, but we definitely saw how the weakening of pawns in front of the castled position can give us attacking prospects. I hope you will find the lesson useful and instructive. Thanks for your time.